But first, for a quick working lunch, some of the best and fastest food can be found in unique streets like Noodle Alley in Seoul.
Noodles are one of the most popular, quick and easy foods in Korea. I'm here in Kalguksu Alley in Namdaemun Market, where all of these stalls serve hand-cut, or as they're known, knife-cut noodles. And as you can tell, it's really competitive for customers here. But I'm here to check out Mrs. Kim and her sisters, who've been running their stall for about a quarter of a century. It doesn't get any fresher than this. These noodles are rolled out right in front of you. So you just rock up to the counter, you sit down, and then you watch them being hand cut. 이모 해봐서 주세요.
예, 네요.
어떻게?
이리 넣으세요.
It's a bit like rolling pasta. It's a little bit easier. My pastry skills are coming in handy here. She's watching me carefully because these have to be the right thickness, and there's a certain technique here. I've never rolled something where you roll it around the pin before. I think I'm gonna let her take over now. 고맙습니다.
감사합니다. 너무 잘해요.
Thank you.
Once boiled for 2 minutes, the noodles are finished with crispy seaweed, deep-fried tofu, Korean chives, and gochujang. And finally, a ladle of steaming anchovy broth.
감사합니다. And really, really, really hot. I have to slurp these to make sure that she knows how much I'm enjoying this. The noodles have this really, really great texture. You can really taste the Korean anchovies and the seaweed that they put in there and the onions. 저 잘했어요?
아, 참 잘했는데요. 속도가 조금 느려. 가연 요리사는 요리사야.
She says I'm good, but I'm a little bit slow. I'm happy with that though. I do love eating instant ramen noodles, and the Korean ones I think are the best. They come with this great mystery freeze-dried vegetable pack, which has chilies, mushrooms, some spring onions, lots of other things, but I like using it. The instant flavorings, I tend to not use these and make my broth from scratch. And here I've got fresh chicken stock, which I'm going to add my triumvirate of Korean flavors. My gochujang, which literally means Korean chili paste. And it's made from Korean chilies. And as you see, it's got this great unctuous texture to it. And it's sweet. You can use it in marinades, or here I'm using it in my soup. I just dissolve some in there. And it's got a really nice, mild flavor to it. And then I've got doenjang, which is Korean miso paste, but it's a lot stronger, it's more fermented, and it's got a coarser texture, and it tastes delicious. And then the last one is gochugaru, which is Korean chili flakes. I love these. I'd have to say they're quite mild. Then I've got my noodles. Now, these are fried noodles. I always break them up before I stick them in, just so that they're not so long when I'm slurping them up later. You stick them in, and you turn up the heat so they start cooking. What I love to do, this is an old college habit, is chuck these back. So good.
Any leftovers in the fridge are perfect for this dish.
Chicken, some frozen prawns. I'm just gonna tear up the chicken, not even bother cutting it up. And what nobody knows is the secret whenever you fly an Asian airline, it doesn't matter if it's Korean or Chinese or Singaporean, they always have instant noodles on hand. So if you can always ask the stewardess for some instant noodles, and you'll get some. And I'm gonna throw in some prawns. Those take no time to cook at all. Give this a quick mix. Let that sit, and we're gonna add our vegetables. Korean chilies, of course. Because I am a Korean girl, I do like to spice things up. And of course, color's always important when it comes to food. And even with my instant noodles, I like to make everything look beautiful. And some spinach. Get your iron, bit of a mix. I always like to put in some spring onions. give it a bit of freshness also. And don't worry about chopping things nicely. The finishing touch, which is just an egg on top. And you can either poach it, hang it out on top of the noodles like that, or what I like to do is to stir it through, and you get little ribbons of eggs going through it. And if you get the yolk, you're extra lucky. And that's done. So the whole thing cooks really just in the time it takes to cook the noodles. It's that easy. Throw these on top. A little bit more broth. Some fresh spring onions, finely chopped. This is a bit of my late night naughty noodle snack. And I have a special technique when it comes to eating my instant ramen noodles. I do the lift and blow, because they're so hot, and then slurp. That is so good.